Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Foundry. I'm 97 John Boy, joined by Slykiko, and today we are reviewing another episode of The Last of Us. We are on episode 6, The Price. What's going on, dude?
Man, happy to be here. Just happy to kind of review this episode with you.
It is nice to decompress and talk a little bit about the bullshit that we are forced to kind of consume whenever watching these episodes.
The bright side, Lalo Salamanca was there.
Yeah, that was really cool. I really liked him. I was like, damn, dude. Like, little weird backstory, like sitting down with his dad having a beer, and like, this is some cool shit right now.
I did appreciate that. The opening sequence, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I like where this is headed.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm like, yeah, because Joel is a strong motherfucker, you know? He's awesome. Love me some Joel. Even when he's just a boy, you know? Like, he's good shit.
Yeah.
I like that. That was pretty cool.
Consistent.
Yeah, but this episode was full of goddamn flashbacks. The entire episode, right?
Yes, it was just one massive flashback with a bunch of flash forwards to the point that I lost track of when and where we were.
That sounds
like
insanely difficult. A flashback
Yeah.
with flash forward. Yeah, that's insane. So we saw a bunch of Ellie's birthdays. We saw weird like descent of them not trusting each other. Well, mainly Ellie not trusting Joel, and her finally figuring out when or why she never trusted him, or why she was like, I hate you now, all that bullshit now. So yeah, there were a lot of show. We had a couple cool characters, like you said. We had the Salamanca from Better Call Saul. He's awesome, just as menacing with his mustache still. We also had Joe, what was his name? Joe, what's his last name? I can't pronounce it.
Antoliano?
Yeah, him. Yeah, he was in it for a nice little flashback too. He's lovely. He's a fucking great goddamn actor for everything that I've seen him in. He's Cypher from The Matrix, baby. He's in Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2. He's the Weasel. Yeah, he's all over the place. So I'm really
Loaded
cool.
career right there.
Yeah. And Mouse Hunt. Can't forget Mouse Hunt. Yeah. So there was a whole lot of stuff going on here. You got to figure out Ellie's. We saw the astronaut thing too at the zoo, didn't we?
We did. I liked that. See, those are the scenes that I was like, this was a nice touch.
Yeah.
Focusing in on a little bit more about Joel and his passion for music, because that's a staple in the first game. Him talking about, hey, you know, I want to be a musician. And she's over here with, yeah, I wanted to be an astronaut. Cool. Well, they kind of got to indulge each other's fantasies a little bit. And I was like, that's a sweet, heartfelt moment amidst all this chaos. I like shit like that. Do I like the idea of like little leagues in a post-apocalyptic world? No, it makes no sense. But that makes much more sense. I appreciated that little detail.
Yeah, it was a cute little thing there. Like I said, she doesn't do a great job filling the role as Ellie, of course, but we've all accepted that at this point. So we gotta take what we can get with that, and she's, you know, trying her best and doing what she can with the awful writing. And of course, the show is paid for Pedro Pascal, so they're gonna get every single fucking drop if they can of him and showing him in any kind of flashback there. Really hate when a show builds up so much momentum and they decide, let's do some flashbacks.
Exactly.
Really don't like that.
They left off on a cliffhanger, and then it transitions to one of the most unrelated, uncorrelative flashbacks for the entirety of the episode. Made zero sense to me. I was like, what was the point of that? Was this the filler episode? It really was.
I guess so. When they've done such a terrible job at presenting this character, Ellie, this main character, that is so fucking unlikable, that was presented as a fucking moron, as a stupid goddamn idiot, who just fucking sucks at what she does. She's mean, she's selfish, and she comes across as dumb as fuck, and everyone's smarter than her. And they're like, okay, we're gonna do some flashbacks now. It's like, I don't want to see flashbacks of this character being dumb, who's acting like a little kid again. Like, I don't want to see this, because she's already acting so childish and so immature most of the time. It's like, now she's younger, and there's a good reason for her to be acting this way. It's like, I don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want any of that stuff, you know? You know, at the very beginning, there was the first episode, she's like, oh yeah, you used to fuck with that girl, didn't you? And she was like, yeah, we used to bang. And I was like, oh, we better show that scene where they were gonna bang. I was like, okay. Yeah. Like, alrighty. Like, that's
really unnecessary.
Yeah, it's like, cool, like, we don't need to see every little thing. Even when the psychiatrist, I think episode 1 or 2, I think it was episode 1, where Joel was seeing a psychiatrist or a therapist, I forget which one it
Yeah.
was, and she was like, yeah, I'm still pretty fucked up about you killing my husband, you know? And whenever she dropped that bomb, you're like, whoa! Your mind goes wondering. It's like, did he have, like, when was this? Like
Yeah.
how long ago
What's
was
the
this?
context? What's the backstory? Yeah, like was he one of the people from the hospital? Was this some separate thing? And then we finally get those answers in this episode, and it left such a bland taste in my mouth.
Yeah, and it's like, she definitely made it seem like it was worse than it actually was. He gave him mercy before he get turned into an infected, you know? Like, that sucks. Like, that's the job. Everyone accepts that job and goes out on patrol like that, you know? Maybe don't have an old man like that going out on patrol. I don't know. That's not really for me to say, kind of thing. But like I said, like, they don't need to fucking show every single goddamn thing. Like, is it really important? Like, what's important, what came out of that was showing that the descent between Joel and Ellie, and them just kind of creating conflict with one another in order to show a foil and unwrap their how she's not very trustworthy of him, you know?
Yeah, just further create the divide. Yeah.
Which, like, can be done, you know? But, like, I just wish it did not feel shoehorned. I wish it didn't feel so forced as well, to where it's like, he's like, oh, so-and-so happened, so-and-so happened. She's like, no, he's actually lying. He's a lying piece of shit. And it's just like, okay, like, this feels really weird and out of pocket to someone who, like, was so attached to him, you know, at some point. It just feels so fucking weird. It's just a weird development. Yeah. It's just, I'm not big on it. It's just very hard to believe a lot of what's happening in this episode. Especially, like, with just the weird moth thing as well. That was cringy as fuck. Where the moth that he put on her guitar and stuff like that.
Oh, yes. My bad. I know. And then, yeah, later becomes the tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I'm like, this... It just feels unusual.
Yeah. We figure out that the night of the dance, when they're passing each other on the porch, is when they spill the beans to each other, and she's like, hey, I know, and he's like, yeah, I fucked up, I did this.
Yeah, the big reveal.
I thought at some point, she said, I wish that I talked to him that night one last time. I thought she told someone, she's like, do I wish that I spoke to him one last time instead of walking by? Yeah, I do. And I'm thinking, maybe I misheard it, but I was like, because I was watching the episode, I'm like, yep, this is when she walks by, and then, oh. And then, like, they have a conversation. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, I guess I didn't listen too fucking well there. But yeah, they had a conversation, and it was incredibly awkward because has no chemistry with any kind of fucking character or any actor on screen, unfortunately. So we just have to sit there and shovel it down our fucking throats so we can move on to scenes that really don't include a lot of her.
Yep. And the whole time, he's kind of just fessing up to things just by nodding his head. He's not even actually, like, vocalizing anything. I'm like, dude, I don't... This just felt so weird. Like, I get it from his point of view, and I would have rather seen him get passionate about defending his actions.
Yeah.
And he did for the most part. He was like, you know, if I had to do it all over again, like, I would. Like, I like that. I really like that.
I'd rather fucking she be mad at him for not, like, being more sorry. And he's like, I want him to stand on his fucking business, you know, because he's a stubborn motherfucker. Like, I did what I thought was best for you. You know, he's like, I'm not going to lose you. It's like, I refuse to. And that makes me a bad person, then so be it. I'm fucking evil and bad, you know? Like, that's what kind of mood I wanted from him. Not just immediately surrendering himself. Me like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, please don't let me lose you from your life and shit like that.
Exactly.
I feel like, this may be controversial, I might be wrong, but I feel like Joel would rather her be gone from his life if that means she's safe. I feel like he would totally be fine with that.
Yeah.
Especially in the heat of a moment or in the heat of anger or sadness or something like that. I totally think that something like that would be okay to happen. I just actually went over with Sly. We were looking at the actual reveal on how she figured it out. You know, she used a little bit of cunning tactic and kind of sneaky. And because in the game, she's not an actual fucking moron like she's presented in the show. Which is kind of unfortunate. So how she figured out in the show that Joel was lying is that she said, I saw your face lying to the therapist lady, and it was the same face that you lied to me at with the Fireflies.
Yeah.
And it's just like, really? Like, that sounds like just some fucking straight up bullshit. That just sounds like some nonsensical bullshit. Like, that sounds like bullshit. I do not believe that for a fucking second. Like 3 years ago, I saw your face, you know, kind of thing. Why don't they do like, she's always been skeptical, you know? Why don't they be like that? Why don't she's like, show a little bit more research or a little bit more curiosity or something like that, you know? And
Literally, it never really like made sense to me, but I tried not to think too much about it. Something.
Yeah. And like a weird thing is like in the first episode, they show how guilty Joel is. It shows he's guilty, you know? And then back to this, and it's just like in this flashback, he seems perfectly fine. He's like, yeah, I'm cool with it. It's just a weird vibes from everybody. Everyone's got weird vibes, man. Everyone seems like act differently. And it's like, if these were flashbacks, wouldn't they kind of be acting accordingly leading up to like what was happening in episode 1, you know, as well?
You'd think. You would think.
But instead of like, hey, episode 6 takes place after episode 1, and they're going to develop from 1 to 6, even though 6 has flashbacks. Like, that doesn't make a lot of fucking sense, but okay.
None.
None at all. This show is, it's very hard to watch and stomach. It's just not very good. I just edited one the other day, and I was like, man, that shit with Isaac and FEMA and stuff like that, like that's some interesting stuff going on there, and some good acting.
It's the best that they've got going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I really would love to see some of that, hear some of that. We could talk about a lot of the flashbacks as well. I really want to. It's all of them are quite boring, you know. It's just
it's a moot point, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, like it's important, I guess, but I feel like it just feels weird to be forced together all as in one flashback. Like I said, if she wasn't such an unlikable, fucking annoying character, then maybe I'd be more down for it. I'd be like, oh, cool, like, they've got such great chemistry. I want to see more of them. But it's the fucking opposite. It's weird and awkward. And it feels like Joel's overcompensating so fucking much, too. Which it might be, you know, maybe that's a good point that he's overcompensating because he feels so guilty for what he did. But I did not, that confliction within him, that conflict didn't really come across the screen, so I can't really assume that or even presume that.
Right.
Yeah, you just showed a couple of her birthdays of her just kind of going through it as a teenager with like 15, 16, 17 or something like that. And how we're getting her tattoos and going through her rebel stages and stuff like that.
Yep.
Discovering
Kissing
her
girls and shit in her bedroom. Yeah.
Discovering her sexuality and stuff like that. You know, stuff that normal teenagers do, but like it's definitely a lot weirder now because it's in the middle of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And she's living with Joel, who's her dad, but not her dad. Anything notable, I guess, besides in the flashbacks, besides the astronaut stuff?
I'd say it really is just the plot line with the therapist. Just that kind of whole, I'll admit it, like, I don't know why he tried to give her hope about, like, yeah, I'll take him, and we can do that. Like, no, you should have just ended it right there.
Yeah, why did he lie to her?
Yeah, it was so unnecessary. It literally was like, let me try to make her feel better, and then I'm going to do something, and she's going to obviously know. Like, he was trying to play both sides, and it made Joel seem like an idiot of a character. Like,
yeah,
he wasn't a logical person. And I'm like, no, he's pretty intelligent.
I didn't think that he was going to kill him. Whenever, like, he's like, yeah, like, well, I'll take him. We'll start walking. You get the horses. I'm like, okay. I'm like, this feels weird, but like, yeah, like, of course, do it. You know, do your thing. And I'm like, why does it feel so weird? I'm like, oh, it's because he's lying. I'm just thinking, like, what is there to lie about?
Yeah,
and like,
I picked up on it immediately, but I was like, why is he lying about it? That was my issue. I'm like, what? Just murk the dude.
I know. It's like, if she don't like it, it don't fucking matter. One, she's a child. You're the lead on patrol, and he's fucking infected. You know? There's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah.
It's just they came across a character who was infected, and it was like, "Hey, can you please take me to back home? I need to say my goodbyes." And Joel was just like, "Yeah, let's go." And he's like, "Ellie, go get the horse." And she's like, "You're not gonna kill him?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally not." And like, "You promise?" "Yeah, I'm not gonna kill him." And then she left, and then he just walked a little bit, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna kill you," and he killed him.
Yep.
And then Ellie's like, "Why'd you kill him? You said you were gonna kill him."
Screen and then you roll up. Yeah, I was like, really? I was like, all right.
And then I was like, "Why'd you kill him?" And he's like, "Oh, well, he was infected, you know." And then he went to they went back home to Jackson, and Joe's like, "Yeah, I had to kill him because he was infected, or he died brave, or whatever the fuck." And then she's like, "No, he's lying." And then she just totally ratted Joel out just so she could be like, "Oh, I know that you lied about the Fireflies," just so she could say that. And I'm like, this is a weird set of events going down right now.
Yeah. I did not like it. I'm like, like, I think Ellie was just as much to blame, if not more, in that whole issue with the therapist. I'm like, dude, like, you could have just put it plain and been like, he was infected and Joel made the tough call, and we didn't think he had enough time. Done. Gift wrap. But instead it's like, oh, he had enough time. What was the time gonna buy him?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, Joel's been surviving the apocalypse for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
And she's been, like, on her own a little bit, here and there. But, I mean, Joel knows a lot more. I might trust his instinct over Ellie's just a little bit there,
Yep. Oh, night and day difference.
And it's like, that sucks for her. She can keep a little grievance or something like that. But it's like, that's the right call to do. You don't bring an infected person back to your home,
Yeah.
That's just fucking dumb, That's just dumb. I don't know why these characters gotta be acting fucking dumb all the time. I don't get it. Does not make any sense. The episode wasn't terrible. Definitely was boring as fuck, though.
I think that was its biggest hindrance. It was just boring. It wasn't awful. It was just boring.
Bored out of my mind trying to think of things to talk about the episode. But, yeah, I guess we can just give it a number and move on about our day. Probably skip this episode, too, if you guys are watching the show. I give it a 4.
It's funny. I was kind of feeling the same one. I was like, I don't know if I want to be generous. Yeah, I got to rock a 4 on this one.
I think I gave the last one maybe a point higher, but, like, the only reason I did that is just I'm kind of getting tired of seeing these characters act fucking dumb, Yeah.
I can't excuse shitty writing and random stupidity from characters that I've known not to make these decisions, like Joel. And then on the flip side, just more of the consistent stupidity from characters like Ellie. I'm like, dude, come on, please.
Yeah, it's not any good, to be honest.
No.
But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the episode, make sure to leave some support for the slugs. And we'll see you guys later on the next review for some more Last of Us Season 2. But until then, bye guys.
See you.